Hello there, today I'm just going to show you quickly my new junk journal, and this is a proper junk journal. The pages are all entirely made from recycled programs, catalogues, a few bits of tourist paraphernalia, so bits I've been collecting for a while. I don't like to collect too much at once, and the reason I'm using the catalogues and particularly the programs is because of the quality of the weight of the paper. I don't save anything that's too rubbishy. Most of that goes into the compost or the rubbish depending on the state of it, but this is all the bits that I had in my things that had potential for reuse. I've still got a little bit left, but this is the majority of them. The size is A4 because that was the size of most of the bits and pieces that I had, and that's about 8 1/4 by 11 3/4 in imperial measurements. The cover was made, I had a couple of A3 sized drop sheets that I'd had a bit of paint and stuff on them, so I joined them in the middle. Gave them some extra paint. I just did some stamping, a bit of stenciling, and that became the cover. Oops, losing some stuff there. Book cloth on the spine. I've found that that's a very good, robust, strengthening material, and I've got a nice big roll of that, so it's something I can use quite freely. I haven't put anything on the front at the moment, but I'm going to I've got some stickers there, sort of partial sets, and I thought even if they're a mishmash, they'll suit the journal quite well. And what I'm going to use it for is basically a glue book, an ideas book, a scrapbook, where I can just put photos, write down ideas, just a collection of reference material. I at present use my digital files to contain all of that stuff, but I really like the fact that this will be a tactile source of ideas for me, and that's how I intend to use it. It's not going to be like a proper writing journal, it's just going to be where I collect bits and pieces for projects that I'd like to do. Most of the pages are from the TSO program, I think for last year. I've got a few little pockets made from paint samples. So what I've tried to do is just match up some of the colours, used up some little ends of washi tape, and there's a few big tags in here. I haven't really done any decorating, there's a little bit just here, but I haven't really done much decorating because I just need blank pages really for adding things to. But I've put a few of these because these jelly prints were on some Nina Solar White, so it was nice and robust. And this one I've backed with some recycled cardboard, so the tags are really just for collecting more ideas, and I'll be able to add perhaps a big envelope and tuck things in, that sort of thing, as I get around to whatever it is I'm going to put in here. There's another one of those paint chips just made into a tuck pocket, and another one of the jelly prints. I've tried to, as I say, match the colours a bit. And there are a few sheets of A3 sheets of coffee stain paper throughout in each of the signatures, simply because I had those from another project. Bits and pieces of advertising, but there's not much of that. I just included that one because it was a nice robust one, and it's got a tuck pocket there on the front. There's quite a few of these, sort of third of a page. They were cut from the top or bottom of another project where I wanted the width of an A3 but not the height, so they were just sitting there, so they're tea stained. They're in there. These pages have got a large insert in them. I just simply sewed 2 pages together and stitched them in as into the signature. And these are from a fashion design course, History of Costume, that I did many years ago, and I was going to glue them to make them more robust, and I thought, no, don't glue them, leave them open. That gives me the equivalent of 4 surfaces to cover. I've used a few postcards, tuck spots. This one was an invitation I made for my niece, and she was having a birthday late last year. Another little scrap of jelly printing, a little bit of collage tape, another tag. Just stitched these to make pockets. Even the stitching is kind of school grey colour. I don't have children at school, haven't had for many years, but I find I've still got a few spools of the grey, so I'm working on using that up too. So these are all just, as you can see, tourist accommodation, Mona Festival pages. This was a concert catalogue program. A few paint chips in there to match the colours. Folded this over. It's got a double pocket. It's got a pocket there. It's got a pocket there. A lot of these have got nothing on them. This one is the other side of that pocket. I've just got a tag and an insert because the colours sort of went here. But they'll be moved around as I start working in this and as I start covering up some of these pages. There's the other side of that farmer's market. The paper from this TSO program is just lovely. It's very robust. The illustrations are great. It's too good to throw away, and will make a good base, and really that forms the backbone, if you like. There's another double page from that farmer's or farm gate, farmer's market type thing. There's several of these tourist maps and things in there. That these are a good weight. Here's another pocket I made with the paint sample cards. Just stitched 3 together to fit in there. There's another page from that program, concert program. And again, there's a little pocket made with a paint sample, and again, just offcuts. This is a jelly print page that I've made into an envelope. Just in there. It's really, they're not identical, the signatures. I usually make them quite alike, but these aren't. These are just as they came. I did try and link colours where I could, so that there's blues and greens together and blues and purples, that sort of thing, so it's a little bit harmonious, and because I think the images, the colours inspire you when you're working on a new project and you want to jot down some ideas and you're finding bits and pieces. The images that you see do inspire you, so that's what I'm hoping anyway. There's another one of those farmers market. This third one is very plain. There's not a lot in that, not even any tags, because as I say, I just put them in a few places as an example. This one was a very large one, so I trimmed it so that it would fit neatly and stitched it and with washi tape over the join, and that folds in like so, and this side it folds out this way the same, so there's quite a bit of sort of area there. It can fold right in if you wanted to. And the rest of it is really just pages the same. But I really like some of these images. As I say, they're inspiring. And I'm quite looking forward to working with this book, to getting my ideas down in it. Because I've never really done that before. I've only ever worked with digital images. So I'm keen to have this and to see how it works out for me. Just the normal post and hairband, because I like that. It's simple and easy and always works, stays good. And some stitching in the yellow. Even that was just a scrap that was left, and I hoped I'd use it all up, but hey, I've got enough for another journal, so sometimes you don't always get rid of all of the recycling and bits and pieces that you want to, but never mind. The intention's there, and certainly my scrap bin that all of these pamphlets and catalogues and maps and bits of tourist information, the bin's nearly empty of those. So that's really good. I'm really happy with it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.